All right, so we're going to look at document F. This is a political cartoon, and political cartoons can be really fun. So we're not going to focus on this quote from 1924. Don't worry about it. I just want to focus on the school repairs political cartoon that was made in 2010. So not that long ago. So we're just going to look at this. And when you study a political cartoon, you got to look at all the details. You got to look at the words everywhere. And you got to look at what is the main purpose? What is this author trying to tell us? So just pay attention to everything, all the details. You see the word gym up here. Look at the ceiling. Look at the glass. Look at all the words and what's happening in this picture. Then you're going to see this sign that says vote, right? You see some quotes up here, some interaction, some dialogue, but then you see a sign that says referendum to fix schools. Now, some of you might not know what a referendum is. So you got to look it up. What is a referendum? Well, let me tell you a little bit about what a referendum is. But let me just show you. Well, how would I look it up? Well, if I just Google referendum, let's see, I'm not going to do the whole Elk Grove yet. Let's just look up the definition. What is a referendum? Here's the definition. It's a general vote by the electorate, so a voter like you and me, on a single political question, which has been referred to them for a direct decision. So in other words, a referendum is going to ask you a specific thing that you want to do or not do, or have in your town or not have in your town. You see these at a lot of local levels. In the States, when they wanted to legalize marijuana, for example, it was a referendum. The federal law says marijuana is a federal crime, but every state now has slowly legalized it because of a referendum that they said, hey, do you think we should have it legalized or not? Well, this past election in Elk Grove Village, I typed in referendum in Elk Grove Village, and when I voted, I got 3 referendum questions. Here they are. If you want to figure out yours, you could just type in your town and then type in referendum and see what comes up. This is our Cook County. Since I live in Cook County, here at the clerk's office, there were 3 questions that I remember I had to answer. So I had to go down to Elk Grove Village. And here they are. One is, should the village authorize the sale of adult use recreational cannabis or marijuana within guidelines established by the state of Illinois and the village of Elk Grove? So I would answer yes or no. So should our village, Elk Grove Village, sell marijuana? The second question I got asked was, you guys know those little video gaming systems, those little gambling machines? In Elk Grove, there's a bunch of them. And then the other question was asked, should the village limit the number of video game locations in the village? I had to answer yes or no to that. Do we want more of them, or should there be a limit? And then the third question is about garbage pickup. In the village's upcoming residential waste and recycling agreement, should the village consider charging all residents an increased rate for unlimited yard waste? So like when I cut the grass, I have to pay like $2.50 a bin for them to pick up. They're saying, do we want to just charge you more overall and then you don't have to get yard stickers? And so I had to answer yes or no to those questions. This is what a referendum is. It is a specific issue, a specific question about a specific topic that will affect you in your town more than any other vote. So if we go back now to the political cartoon, you're going to see that the word referendum again. This is a referendum to fix the schools. So when you're answering the questions, this is the political cartoon you're going to use. Don't worry about number 1, because this has nothing to do with it. And don't worry about number 2. We are going to answer number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. And number 5 and number 6, I want you to pay attention to why someone would be for this type of voting. So how could the use of this document argue that the cartoonist supports compulsory voting, where everyone should be required? But number 6 asks, how could you use this document to argue that the cartoonist opposes compulsory voting? I think a clue to that is to look at the people that are voting and look at, who they're with and why this might matter or might not matter. All right, I hope this helps. Do the best you can. We're just answering number 3, 4, 5, and 6 based on this political cartoon.